Hello, hello, hello. Hey guys, how we all doing today? I hope you are well this lovely Saturday. Who's joining me? Tell me where you are. Hey, Bemi. Hey, Olatokumba, OBA. I like how people call my name. Ah, hi, hey, Buzz. How are you? Hey, Story Hub. Hey, Caroline. It's nice to see you. Really nice to see you. Hope you're well. Thank you for showing up, guys. Thank you for showing up. I'm so excited. Super excited. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're just going to wait for a few more people. And yeah, we'll just wait for them. In the meantime, could you help me put some kind of pen and paper in your hands, and let's ensure that you are in the right frame of mind for tonight. So it's not really the type of night that you say, oh, I want to be in two places, because we've got quite a bit to cover. Quite a bit. Quite a bit to cover. It's good to see you. Hey, Jalade from Peterborough, Story Hub from Ebonyi State. Tolulope, so good to see you guys. Thanks for joining. Really, really good. Really nice to see y'all. Just confirm you have your pen and paper, and we should be good to go. Okay. Awesome. Bimi says she's ready. I love it. Hey, Wilhelmina from Ghana. Nice to see you. Akwaba. Akwaba. It's so good to see you. Thank you for joining us today. It's lovely. It's nice to have people from all over. Hi, Protection. Please protect us tonight, will you? Will you? Okay. So I'm going to dive right in. Like I said, we've got quite a number of things to get started with. But send your friend a message, send your business partner a message, because tonight we're going to be talking about really important stuff when it comes to launching this idea that you have. All right. Let's get ready to jump together. Good evening. Hey, Jane from London. Nice to have you here. Thanks for joining in. Okay, so just send a message to your friend who you also want to stay accountable to. I sent a message to my friend and I told them, I said, help me check what tonight is going to look like, because I still have other projects. This jump project is one of many. I've got 2 more this year and I should be good. And I hope that you can say the same by the time you're done. All right. Okay. So a little bit about myself, because I think it's really important that people also get to know the kind of person I am. Hi, Elom. Nice to see you here. And to be honest, one of the things I found out about how business works is, if you don't allow yourself to have the right mindset towards it, it will make you look like you don't know how to do anything. I think business just has a way of doing that, right? So I've been in business for 16 years, and all that period, I've literally had all kinds of experience. Good evening, guys. We're still on the greetings. Don't worry, I've dived in, so jump in with me. It's fine. Nice to have you here. I've had about 12 businesses, yes. 12 businesses, and these businesses range from like logistics. I've done fashion, I've done manufacturing. One that might surprise you actually that I've done is I've got quite a few that might shock you. I'll keep them for later. I'll keep them for later. I'll keep them for later. But trust me, I've done quite a bit. A lot of my experience has always been centered around providing a service or a product. So I'm both in the product space and service space. And I think it's important to point that out so that you know what kind of questions you can ask later on. So we have a session tonight as we go on where I will allow you to ask me questions. All right, ask me the hard questions, the tough questions that you and your company might be facing at the time. So please write them down, and you can also ask me questions about my failures. Tonight, we're going to make sure that we bear it and help each other out. Okay. All right. So, like I said, I have found like my hands doing a number of things. And somebody might say, "Oh, Lori, why did you do so many businesses?" Well, because whatever my hands found to do, I did them, right? It wasn't necessarily about is it your purpose or is it your calling? I was genuinely just trying to find myself. And you only really find yourself in doing. So I know that some of you may even be at that junction where you're like, is this even what I should be doing? Is this something that is going to, if you like, bring anything of value to my destiny or my purpose? The answer is whatever your hands find to do it very well, very well. So the times when I even considered running a sorghum company, like supplying sorghum, I can never forget. And I had found some people, whether in Dubai or I'd found people in different places who could help, right? So, can you guys confirm you can hear me? Is everything good? Just want to be sure. Let's be sure that we're all good. Okay. Thank you, Caroline. Cheers. Thanks, thanks, thanks. Okay. So I've done agro processing. Like I said, I wanted to do quite a few things along that line. Now, I wanted to share tonight the mistakes that I made that didn't make some of them successful, but I'll tell you where I am now. So I'm currently in consulting and advisory. So the advisory company actually is something that I've been doing for years, but now I've just scaled it up. So my day job, like what I do every day, and I try and ensure that I do it to the best of my ability, is I raise money for government, right? I raise money for government projects that help them with maybe infrastructural development, even economic development, of course, as a result of that. So that's what I do now. So everything I'm about to tell you is going to be on the premise of, even from a consultant point of view, that look, don't bother with this, bother with that. A little bit about my background. I'm not a lazy person, and I'm sure I have some of you on the call. I'm not a lazy person. And that's some of the things that might frustrate you when you're trying to jump into something new, is that you find yourself all up in your own head. You know you're not lazy, you know you're a driven person, but you are not coming to the point where you are actually delivering any value. That happens before the jump. So just take it easy. Don't worry about those minor things. And you see they are minor in the real grand scheme. Okay, so like I said, the businesses I did, it took me to China, and I'm going to touch on that for those of you who are considering going to China. It took me to Dubai. I was in Dubai a lot. 2014, 15, I was there quite a bit. So 10 years ago, wow. 10 years ago, I was in Dubai so much. I used to take people with me. We would all go together, you know. And the interesting thing is with Dubai, you have to look at it like, I don't know anything. Trust me, China is even a bit better, and I'll come to why. But Dubai is interesting. We'll get to it. See that we have a lot to cover. That's why I'm trying my best to just get us started as quickly as possible. I did a lot of Turkey. So those of you who want Turkey intel, for Turkey, it was during my fashion retail days. I did a lot of Australia, the US, the UK. Of course, I was born and bred in the UK, so that was my hometown. But here's how it gets interesting. In all of this, I wish somebody had told me what I'm about to share with you tonight. I really, really wish that somebody did. The live session today is going to be for you. It's going to be for you. Hence why I'm saying send messages. I know the numbers are growing, but I know how many people registered. Let's keep it going so that we don't have to repeat this. Okay. Number one thing, super important. Number one thing that I wish I knew before I jumped into any of these businesses, into my passion, into the things that I like or I don't like, is I wish somebody had told me to find something that people wanted. Find what people want. So, for a long time, I mean, I've been in business, like I said, a while. So hearing it's 16 years later, I get it. But then I just used to think, what I'm also doing is relevant. What you're doing may be relevant to you. And tonight is for like many categories of people. Number one, those of you who you want to start a business, but you're not quite sure. You are in paid employment. You are like, let me give myself this cushion that will allow you to be able to say, oh, okay, in case the business doesn't go well, you are one of the people tonight is for. And you will see why sometimes having yourself in a position of, should I jump? Should I not? It also is not your problem. Like, people are focusing on the wrong things when they want to jump. The second category of people are those of you that have resigned. If you have resigned, I'm talking to you. If you have resigned, I am talking to you tonight, because you've taken the plunge, you've thrown in and said, I'm not doing this job again. And this can really be relevant for those of you who are in different parts of the world. For example, maybe you are somewhere in the UK or the US and you literally just put in your resignation and you're like, I want to start my beauty business or my beauty brand, or you want to start your construction company, or you want to start a retail company. All those things are great. But before you go any further is why I'm talking to you. Number three are the people who you've launched before, it failed, so you want to relaunch again. If you want to relaunch again, tonight is your night, because you are going to be having a mixture of excitement and a lot of jitters, maybe, by the time we're done. The fourth category of people are those that are waiting for funds. Anybody need funds in the chat box? You never know, I might be dishing out some money. And I probably would in an indirect manner. So you look at places like Africa, and the number one reason that people don't jump, they say things like, I don't have capital. Has anybody heard that one before? I don't have capital. Oh, you are the one that says it. I don't have capital. I don't have capital. Capital is funding for your business to jumpstart. I'll tell you again, it's not the number one thing that you need. Fulfilled Designs, he says, I need funds. I love it for you. Okay. And then another set are some people who, you are one of the reasons why I'm going to drop another program in a few weeks or months. Let's see how that goes. And it's for those who life happened to. So you're a new mom, or you just got married and life has not been the same. Life has not, any witnesses in the house? Any witnesses in the house? I have two boys. I know what it's like, where maybe you have children, you love them, but you're also like, you took my dreams, you took my goals, you know. So a lot of times women who go through the two M's, I like to call them the two M's, they actually face that. I want to jump, I want to move on with my life. I want to, like, for some of you, even had a business before you had your children, and the business has packed up, right? So I think it's important that we address those people in the house. Now, please, 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 let's get, like I said, I know, um, let's see. Okay, yes. Just wanted to make sure that I had my video ready. There's a video I want to show, so let me be sure that it's there. And lastly, tonight, I'm going to be talking to those who jumped in faith and now they are where they are. It's not a good place because you are wondering, why did I even get started? So for the first part, and please, you're free to take screenshots. I'm going to be sharing some notes with you that will help in 1 second. All right. Yeah. So like I said, you're going to have to rethink before you get started. One moment, guys. Pardon me. Oh, yeah. Goody. So let's make sure you do the jump test before we get started. I was ahead of myself with the first reason. So let's get started with the jump test. Can you guys see my screen? Can you let me know if you can? Screen. Can you guys see anything yet? New months. Not yet. You can see it. Okay, thank you. So I'm gonna, oh, not yet. Right. So we're gonna do the jump test. And please, in the chat box, I'd like you to put how, you actually not score yourself, but how does it, okay, thank you, Jalade. Let's get that sorted. One moment. Thank you. This is on me. Oh. This is how you know that technology and I were working on it. Just bear with me. Just bear with me because I can see it, but I just need to press. Don't worry, I'll press the right thing and it will be yours in a minute. So while it's doing that, let me just do a manual check. All right. You should be able to see it now, guys. Can you see it? Kamal can't see. You should be able to see it now. Yay. See, I'm not too bad though. People just don't believe in me. People just don't believe in me. All right, so let's start with the jump test. Okay. Let's start with the jump test. Now, the jump test is asking yourself these 3 questions. Guys, please, if you don't ask yourself these questions, don't jump yet. Don't leave the job. Don't reconsider whether you should relaunch. Just ask yourself these questions first. And the first one is, how much time, energy, and peace have you already lost to overthinking and doubting? Can you truly afford to lose another day to fear? Right? The second question is, whose breakthrough, whose hope or inspiration is tied to your courage to jump? And on a scale of 1 to 10, this is the third question. This one I've asked myself this like a few days ago. How deeply do you ache to see your dream become real? Like, What would it mean for you, those you love, if finally you said, I'm ready and I'm doing this? I'm jumping today. I'm jumping today. I told my husband this statement, I'm jumping today. I told him 2 days ago. I was like, I'm jumping on Friday, on Saturday. I'm just going to jump. And these questions are very sobering. It's very sobering. Some of you know that you are so behind that it's become like a burden in your heart. It's a burden in your heart. And I don't want to overflog it because we're here to jump, not to talk about what you haven't or haven't done. But these three questions are going to help you. It's going to like almost create like a hunger in you. Because there are times when this jump is going to look so flat. It's literally going to look like, am I falling or am I building? That the question of how much time have I lost? How much of my peace have I lost? Every single day you're waking up and it's like, I really should be way, way, way ahead than I am. Some of you are supposed to have started an agency. Some of you are supposed to have started a consulting firm. Some of you are supposed to have started a food business. Like, there are just so many things you should have done by now. Some of you, it's a journal. There's a journal that's been on your heart and you've not done it yet. Can you truly afford to lose another day? You can't. You can't. And I'm being so real with you that if you continue to allow yourself give excuses about what you should be doing by now, how you should be doing it, you've said, in fact, you've said to God, you're like, God, just hold on a minute, just give me this 2025. Well, I'm here to tell you it's May. It's May 2025. When are you going to call the printer? When are you going to call the manufacturer? When are you going to call your supplier? When are you going to go to China? When are you going to Dubai? When are you taking that trip? When? When? I just want to know. So I want to see some answers for step one and question one about how much time you've lost. If it's a lot of time, put a lot of time. If it's, I'm still okay, I'm still brewing, no problem, that's fine, right? But one of the questions, number two, made me think of somebody who sent me a message, I think 2 months ago, when I used to go to Dubai. And the person was saying to me how, oh, Olori, I think it's important for us to acknowledge the fact that you were the one that took me to Dubai and you opened my eyes to see. And now she has a mall. Guys, she has a mall. Somebody who was struggling. I remember she was on a street here in Nigeria. What's it called? I don't know. It's like a big market area. And now she owns a mall, guys. A mall. If she didn't step up back in 2014, 2016, how would she have gotten to the point where she is today? I think you're underestimating how much you would have in 10 years because that was 10 years ago for her. That was 10 years ago for her. What you don't start today, you can't brag about it in 10 years. That's why I can confidently come to you today and tell you that before you take the jump, do these 7 things or 10 things, depending on how much time we have. So this jump test is really important. Now, I want you to think of very simple things, very simple things. What will it take to start? I want you to write that down somewhere because, guys, for those of you who joined us much later, and it's good to have you all here. All, I don't know, I can't see my the numbers, but it's good to see all of you here. But this is something I'm going to toss into the air for your reflection. What will it take to start? I just need you to write that down. So is it maybe you need to free up your time? Because some of you, you will see how what I'm going to show you, you're going to need time to be able to jump. You can't rush the jump. You need focus. You need to be able to say to yourself, okay, I'm jumping in and this is what I'm going to do. All right. What will it take? Write that down. Number one, this. Number two, that. For some of you, yes, it's money. For another, It's maybe you need to get a manager. You need a production manager, you need a branding company, a PR company, a social media manager. Right? If you don't write it down, you can't fulfill this jump in the way you should. And I will also tie into the video I said I had queued up to show you why you need all these things top of mind. The other question I have for you is, who will it take to start? Who will it take to start? Please put number one, me. In that one, put number one, me. Please just put yourself there. Put yourself there. And the final one I'm putting up for your reflection is, when is the earliest time I can start? And I promise you it's now. That time is now. All right. Now, before we go further, I'm going to come back a little bit before we come into the question of 50, 30, 20 rule. That's not yet where we are headed. Please, I'm holding back because there are some things that I want to bring to your attention about. If you don't start, you're actually going to make your life, your trajectory go like this. I don't know how to explain it. So you know how trajectory in God, they tell you the path of the righteous is as a shining light. It goes what? It shines brighter and brighter. That just gives you the sense of it's going up. But I'm saying, if you don't jump today, you are going this way. And that is not you. It is not you. You have circled the mountain of dilly-dallying long enough. Long enough. Over. Please tell yourself, call your name. Olori, you have circled this mountain long enough. Move forward. Tell yourself that. You have to tell yourself that. It's time to move on. So whether the idea of leaving your job, whether the idea, let's get a jump plan. Get a jump plan in place. A jump plan is what, I'm going to explain a little bit, not in much detail because we're not here forever. But your jump plan cannot be you overthinking. How many of you suffer from overthinking? I used to, so I understand. I'm a woman. So, we kind of suffer a little bit from overthinking. But I'm super grateful that somebody, and I remember where it was 2017, and the person said to me, Olori, why are you afraid of being great? That was the question the person asked. Why are you afraid of being great? And that's what I want to ask you as well tonight. Why are you afraid? Why are you afraid of being great? Your friends, you are clapping for them. They are already showing you the signs that greatness is beckoning, but you don't want us to clap for you. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So I'm here to announce to you today that you're going to jump. And I'm going to be by your side. I'm going to be by your side. I'm going to help. I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to give you templates. I'm not going to give you 10 things to do. I'm going to actually help you, and I'll show you how that is possible. I know that for some of you, this is your 15th idea. But can I get anybody in the comment section who has 10 ideas a day? I'm like that. I wake up in the morning and I have like 20 ideas. No joke, guys. No joke. I wake up and I can think of like, this, that. Anybody else, like, you can just see money, not necessarily money. Let me not boil it down to money, but you're so creative. Everything flows in a very Forfield says more than 10. I love it. Honestly, I wake up and I'm like, how many things does my brain want to do? Like, I cannot be tired of myself like this. I cannot be tired of myself. My brain is tired of thinking of ideas. I'm just like, God, how many do you want me to do? But if you're tired of jumping, maybe you used to sell jewelry, or maybe you used to be a manufacturer, And that was the 15th idea that didn't work. And you are now like, Olori, are you telling me I should go again? I'm saying go again, no, because you cannot remain like this. You can't remain this way, honey. You can't remain this way. You may have jump fatigue, but jump fatigue does not mean that you are still not called to do it. Diwura, I love this. She says, I have multiple. Man, I don't even know how to say this because I understand it. I understand it. Do you know that I have business plans that I don't even remember again? Does anyone have that? I have business plans I don't remember. I guess maybe, yeah. Anyway, we'll come back to that. So if you have jump fatigue, I really do understand. Um, I wrote here that I want you to, I want us to do something. And I did it because I'm very much like this. And this is how I get started. Yesterday, I put on Instagram and I said, my hashtag for this program is 5,000 jump, right? And that's 5,000 people, getting them to jump, entrepreneurs from all over the world. Um, I think this morning, when I was, catching up with the team, and I have an excellent team, guys. I'm telling you, what they've put together tonight has just been amazing in the past few weeks. But I think what I've seen is if you don't write down the vision, like Habakkuk 2 says, not only are you not, and I know some of you will be like, oh, I've written 10 visions. Stay with me a second. Write down in the comment section what your 1 year plan, like if you were to introduce yourself in 1 year with this business, either you've jumped with or you're about to jump. So let me give you an example. This jump program, I'm saying that in 1 year, we've done 100,000 entrepreneurs all across the world who have taken this training. Literally, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying in 1 year, 100,000 African, non-African entrepreneurs have taken the jump program, and they are not just better for it, but we've seen a huge improvement in entrepreneurs in how they do business and things like that. I want you to write down that introduction in the comment section. As you are writing it, take note of what you are writing, the figures you are saying, the country you are saying it about. And in your journal, write the same thing. So when you finish writing it in the comment section, I want you to write that in your journal. For some of you, it could be we will have 5 top paying clients in our consulting firm. For some of you, it would be that we would have done a volume of, I don't know, 10, metric tons. Like, give me figures, right? Give me figures of what you really, really think is possible for you. For some of you, it could be you have 10 clients at the moment, but you want to jump up, right? You want to jump up to, like, say, maybe 30%. You want to have 3 more in 1 year. These comments and statements, I'm going to save them for you. So I've told the team to do screen grabs. Take screen grabs of these comments because they're coming back to say, I said so, and it is so. When we said 5,000 jump, somebody was asking me, she was like, Olori, why did you guys do, why did you do this 24 hours before, the YouTube? I said, because we have foot soldiers. Our foot soldiers have been doing the work. They've been getting all of this, done for us. I even reached out to some of you personally and I said, look, can you join us on this 5,000 adventure? It didn't start yesterday. The reason why we called it the emergency room is because when you think of a hospital, the emergency is where you go to when you need something treated. When? Now. You go to a clinic for a symptom or something that is not really troubling you, but in an emergency room, you are there like All systems have gone. I don't know what to do. Help me. That's why we set up the emergency room 24 hours too. All right. So for some of you, if you feel like you're struggling to even write what that looks like, I understand. But think of the business you're about to jump into and write something that is a declaration, that is a statement of belief, that is a fact in 1 year. It's a fact. I know I'm going to do 100K. I know I'm going to do 100K. So I think Elom is asking about jump fatigue. Does that mean you're not called to do it? No. You see, the things you're called to do are to be fruitful, to multiply, to replenish, to have dominion. A dominion mandate is not tied to should you sell bread, should you do makeup. That's not what your dominion mandate sounds like. You don't have, you're supposed to multiply in whatever you do. Those are the things that actually you should be thinking about. Are you getting my point? So you're not bothered if say for example, I know I'm called to women, but what I choose to do with women, I know I'm called to entrepreneurs, what I choose to do with entrepreneurs will vary. It will vary. Like tonight, I haven't done a coaching program or mentoring program for the last what? Maybe, well, I did one last year, but for my inner circle, but I haven't done like a coaching program since maybe 2023, something like that. All right. Now, here's where it gets interesting, right? That jump test that you did before, you're going to see how oh, I love it. And I'm laughing at myself because I used to be this person who was afraid. You will see that you losing sleep was for the wrong thing, because if I have a goal of 100,000 people to reach, I cannot delay on that if I have just 1 year. If you have just 1 year, you don't have the time. You don't have the time. Are you getting my point? Like, you don't have the time. That's why all systems go. All systems go. I'm calling my nurses. I'm telling them, bring, a stretcher. We need to help Ayeyemi Modesty. We need to help Story Hub. We need to help Elom. We need to help Kelechi. We need to help Oluwakemi. Like, we need to help them that in the next 1 year, they need to get to this point. I'm asking you to write something that is a statement of fact. I'm not telling you to draw figures from nowhere. Except you don't believe in what you bring to the table, then it won't happen. But if you are sure you are good at this thing you want to do, you sabi, you understand yourself, then I don't see why you can't. Somebody asked me and said, Olori, 5,000. I said 5,000. What are you talking about? Is any of my Uganda people in the house tonight? Shout out to my Uganda people. I had a meeting with them yesterday, and I'm with them next week. So if you're in Uganda, please shout out to you. I look forward to seeing you in how many days? 1 week. It's 1 week from today. That will be on Kati grounds, and it's the Bibles and Brunch event. When I was meeting with them yesterday, even their own, what do you call it? Their own, how do I explain this? Their own event alone, they're expecting 1,000 women. And, I'm going to be helping the women there and all of that, talk about the program. Of course, I'm going to get them to jump. I mean, the 1,000 may not be all in, but at least a good number. I don't know if you guys are seeing what I'm saying. So this is about me telling myself I can do something, and then the opportunity presents itself, and I move myself in the direction of that statement of fact. I'm not trying to be psychological. I'm telling you that if you can't even write down a statement of fact, then you are not yet ready to jump. We're going to unclog your head. Your head is full, oh. Hey, some of you, your head is full. So we need to put it on paper. That's what I want you to do. If you have a laptop, put it on your laptop. If you're listening to me on a laptop, put it there. If you're listening to me on YouTube, put it there. Right? You can't keep going back to the point of it's all in my head. What is all in your head? We're talking about a multi-million-dollar business that you're trying to raise, like you're trying to build, and it's in your head. That's not how it works. There are rudiments. When we set out for the 5,000, I told the team there is a way to get to 5,000. There is a way to get to 100,000. If you want 100,000 in your business today, there is a way to do it. I needed hand holding myself. I needed hand holding myself. There were so many times I knew it was possible, but I just didn't know the way. I didn't know the way. For a lot of us here, um, you need to know who you need to become before you jump. You're not going to be the person that is saying scattered statements like, I don't really know what's happening. I've lost myself, or things like, oh, I wasn't really sure this business is for me. Excuse me, ma. If you're looking for a sign, excuse me, sir. If you're looking for a sign, this is your sign that you need to get up and go. I love what Ndabia. Ndabia, where are you from? Where are you from? She says in the next 1 year, Harriet Beauty Empire will have 50 top paying clients and another outlet in another state. I love that for you. I love that for you. Sounds of Heaven says in 1 year, Zira D would have over 3,000 creatives actively selling on the platform, and we would be at the forefront of African e-commerce and exportation. I love it. You see that statement, and I'm going to be very like vulnerable with you here. About sometime last month, somebody reached out to me, lovely friend of mine, but we kind of just see like once in a year. I have a lot of friends that I see just once a year, but we love ourselves like that. Don't judge us, right? And she's like, hey, Olori. No, she didn't even say hello. She said, hey, and this is what she says. She says, hey, incoming DG, Honorable Minister. As I read that statement, my heart fluttered. I said, this is what I need to be waking up to. This is what I need to be waking up to. Come on, right? So what did I do? That statement is a statement of fact. Why? Because she corroborated what I know to be true. And if you don't have a statement of fact that goes as far as, I think my furthest is probably about 30 years. And that it's not full, but it's definitely like clear to me. Most of the things that you don't see every day, imagine seeing, and just picture this, guys. You see a picture of me and I'm on your mirror where you do your makeup or clean your face for the women in the room, right? You see my picture and it says, just jump already. Or another sticker that says, and by the way, we do have stickers as well. We'll get into all of that later. And these stickers are things that will remind you of who you are. Literally. They will be reminding you every day. Like, just jump. These statements stay with you. They remind you, you got this. I can do it. Remember the 3 questions. What do you need to start? Who do you need to start? What is the earliest you can start? Are 3 things that will keep playing in your mind even after this program. You will keep remembering, what do I need to start? What do I need to start? I love this. Somebody here says, in 1 year, oh, there's so many coming up. Let me read it. She says, in 1 year, Sparkles by D would have serviced a minimum of 50 residential apartments and 30 commercial places. Sparkles by D will be leading and go-to cleaning company. I love it for you. I love it for you, 100%. And guess what? You can even do way above that. What do you need to get started? What is the what here? Right? What is the what? And I'm going to go back to my slides because I want us to stay I want us to stay like within our time frame today. Get your questions ready, because as I'm asking you, I also want you to ask yourself some of these things, right? And I'm just trying to get your mind in a certain way of thinking, because like I said, there's a who you need to be before you jump. Number one thing that you will find is the major life adjustments. when you actually jump, eventually when you jump, and those of you that have businesses know what I'm talking about, you are the CEO, and that is not chief executive. You are the chief everything officer. You know them? Are you here? Are you here? Chief everything officer. You are the one doing your posting, you are the one doing your branding. In fact, you are the one that did your logo. You went on Canva, they told you it was possible, so you did it, and all those things are true. But how many of you know you can't do 50 residential, um, you can't do 50 residential, 30 commercial spaces without that particular, like, line upon line? Line upon line. We had to mobilize so many people to get us to the number we are at today. We had to call people into the room. Guys, we want to do this. Guys, we want to do that. Can you join us? My team were sending messages to so many of you. You are on the call. You are proof that there is somebody that you need to adjust from being the CEO and not the chief executive one. I'm talking about the chief everything. Chief everything is not going to get you into the $100,000. That's not how it works. And I'm really, really sure that by the you because like I said, you can take screenshots, and this isn't even the training, right? You look at it and you say, okay, I'm having sleepless nights. My bank balance is not balancing. Amen. I felt somebody there. I actually felt somebody right there. I felt somebody there, honestly. Because what you've got to ask yourself is, am I actually at a point where I'm going to move this thing forward? Okay. I'll come back to all this. Don't worry. So it's time to write. Let's write. Okay. The first thing, and I shared this earlier on already, and I said, look, I can't sugarcoat the process for you. Don't jump before you know who you're jumping for. Please, I'll say this again. I can sew is not why you start a business. I can clean really well is not why you start a cleaning company. I can decorate. I like, decorating, or I know how to wash clothes. You maybe want to start a laundry firm, or for some of you want to start a digital marketing company. Some of you want to start like maybe a transportation business. Some of you want to start a platform. Some of you want to start your own Uber version. Some of you want to start a drone company. Some of you want to start an agriculture. Like, the companies go on and on about what people think versus really what it is. And I really, really feel sorry because they have a false start. What a false start means is this: you've skipped the critical upfront research, and then it now delays your actual progress and increases what? Failure. Should I give you a good example of what this looks like? Let me tell you what it looks like. So somebody tells you that you can start like a beauty product. So you have your own, how can I say it? No, let me even use some of what I do. A coaching program, right? Or you want to like do like a course, good, the course. Rather than you starting and just blowing it up. This thing I'm teaching today, I have done it for 16 years. 16. I'm not just coming out and saying I can make people jump. I've been doing it back to back, steady, and people are jumping off the cliff. You that you have not tried this thing before, can you start with 10 people, like a soft launch? Don't rush to build though and then launch. You want to launch the product. In fact, you got the name in a dream. God gave you the name and you got the name. The morning after you woke up, You did it on Canva. It came out beautiful. You sent it to your spouse. You sent it to your friend. You sent it to your brother. And your brother was like, wow, this is so cool. Please know that these people don't want to hurt your feelings. They are not the people to go to when you want to start. They're not the people. You have to make sure this is what you do. Jump team, you guys are, who is, okay. You guys have to make sure that what you are solving is urgent. Let me give you what is urgent. Oh, you won't believe it if I say it. Should I tell you some of the businesses that are hot according to research? I'm not telling you what is nice. And it's not like it's because we have a lot of people from all over the world. So I'm not going to use, contextual to me. I'm going to explain it. In 2025, there are 4 businesses that, according to research, are going to do really well. Guess what one of them is? You guys won't believe me. I promise you. Should I tell you? Because when I was reading it, I laughed. Pet care. Pet care. One of the fastest growing. It's an annual market growth of 5%, if I'm not wrong. And it's set to go to about 8.6% growth rate. The growth rate of the business you are doing must be considered. You can't say, I like this design. So you put the design out. You think everybody is going to love it. Why didn't you test it? You have a collection you're thinking about now. Some of you are into candle making. I just read it. Your current candle, you smelt it. You went like this. Oh, this is so nice. I love it. It's nice for you. Why don't you sample it with 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5? Like, do that until you become somebody that everybody trusts. Validation is a name you will come to respect in the long game. Validation is what? A name. You got to validate your demand. How many people are going to buy? I'm sorry. I am sorry. I don't care that you saw a gap. You may not be able to fulfill the gap that, I make leather bags. There's not a lot of bags in the market that are made of this, my own kind of design. I get you. I really, really do. I do. I have done this for hundreds of people, thousands of mentees, thousands. I'm currently in a program with a multinational. I'm teaching them this thing like every single week. Nobody cares that your healthcare app will help us reduce, infant immortality rate, blah, 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 blah. If that actual product itself, that app must be able to be so specific that you can say for hospitals, institutions, government agencies that are trying to reduce infant mortality rate, that is, you've maybe done your research and you found out that there are maybe 7, maybe 11. Now, let me explain what I'm trying to say with that app thing. That you understand who are going to be the users is what I'm trying to say. The users versus the people that will be your clients are 2 different things. If you have an app on the call, I'm going to get to it. Airbnb started with inflatable mattresses to solve the problem of overpriced accommodation. Overpriced, that's all they wanted to do. Just overpriced accommodation. Where? San Francisco. They realized that during major events, and some of you know this in your area, major events, hotels are overpriced, overbooked. So what did they do? They started renting mattresses. And now it's a multi-billion-dollar company. They didn't say they will have an app that will solve overpriced accommodation. The problem they were solving is getting people space outside of hotels, not the app. Did you see the difference? I hope I made sense. So for those of you who are like building a sort of software or something like that, I'm saying to you, your software is one thing, but the real problem must be clear. What problem am I solving? Like I said, I was in the I am still in the fashion space somewhere in my head. Please watch this, guys. One of you or some of you on this call, you have been in the fashion space for about, let's say, about 5 years. In fact, let me use a particular brand that just came to my mind. This brand used to make my clothes in 2017 and 18. And when I tell you that for when it comes to Adire, batik, all those kind of things, she is, I still believe till today she's one of the best. But she just didn't optimize her business. She didn't pivot, nothing. This woman was so good. She solved the problem of those of us who wanted to look corporate and we had like a love for traditional fabrics and things like that. But she stayed on what? She stayed on just how do I explain it? She stayed on and making fabric and making clothes out of traditional fabric. She didn't come to me to ask me, Olori, I know you've gone through life changes, you've probably had a child, maybe you've even moved to another country. How can we serve you? Because you launched and put a launch date on your flyer does not mean you have launched. I'm currently on a project. We started it last year, October. We have gone to market 4 times and we've still not announced it to anybody in the media. Some of you who are close to me know the product, but you won't hear me talk about it to anybody because it's not ready to go to market. I hope this made sense. Spend dedicated time. Ask your customers. If you have only sold 5 pieces, go back to those 5. Ask them, what else would you like in this kind of range? If you sell flowers and you only sell a particular type and this one is the one that moves, ask them why they like it. What about my flowers? This particular one do you like? And you keep ordering every single time. There's a product, I can't tell you guys because you will laugh at me. I can go as far as Ikoyi to Lekki, which is about a 20-minute ride, to go and get a snack. Some of you know the snack. If you tell anybody on this call my snack, there's a snack you will find me snacking on any day. I don't care if I'm in the gym. I hope my instructor is not on this call. So demand validation is number 1. Number 2, this one, I love it, but I found out late. Guys, please, I have to tell you this story. This was 2015. I can never forget. I had a 6-week-old baby. And I want to teach you something that I regret heavily till today. Because I didn't have that money. I borrowed that money to do what I'm about to tell you. I was in business with somebody that I believed. Now, it is, I know some of you will have said to yourself, this person is the wrong partner for me. And you feel like it's too late to jump out of that relationship because you've tied yourself in. You guys have said you will do amazing things and things like that. I get it. But it is better for you to sever that relationship today so that you can jump higher. In 2015, I took my baby. I just started, if you guys remember my shapewear product. How many of you remember Wow Shape? If you remember Wow Shape, then you've known me a long time because that was about 10 years ago. So when I say I've done 12 businesses, I used to sell shapewear. Some of you don't know. That's the one I told you. I'll tell you later. I used to sell shapewear. I went to China when I was 7 months pregnant to go to a factory. I didn't do like buy from a business local in Nigeria, which was another mistake because I didn't test the market. I just had the idea. I was like, let me go straight to source. That is better when you've done the business and you want to scale. But you can't want to scale from the beginning. Hello, somebody. You just started. Cross-check and check again before you start going so far away. So I went to China then. I designed my own shapewear. I told them to give me label. I spent so much money on my travel, my hotel. I was pregnant 7 months, guys. I don't even know. Have you ever done some things you were like, what was I thinking? Clearly I wasn't. That's why I'm trying to get you today to stop those mistakes. Some of you have even booked tickets to go now. Maybe you want to go to another state or you want to go to another country. Say, let me go and source for the fabrics. You've not even started. You're already sourcing. Source locally first. Confirm your customers like what you've even developed before you go and start throwing money into the deep end. All right. So I designed it. And guess what I did, guys? Because I was so sharp, I was so sure of my vision, I was so sure of my dreams, I did 10,000 units to start because I was also trying to take advantage of economies of scale. 10,000 of my shapewear. I had about, I had four designs and I had two colors, nude and black. I remember. Does anyone remember Wow Shape? I can't see the comments, because I'm using my presentation view, so I can't even see anything apart from my presentation, right? But as in, I was sure this thing was going to sell. One of the things I think encouraged me to do it then, I'll tell you, and I'll be honest with you guys, I'll level up. One of my mistakes was I was a new mom who needed shapewear, so I thought everybody needed it. You may have discovered the best Zobo recipe, as in you love it, or the best shampoo, or the best hair treatment that since sliced bread you believe, but I'm begging you, let everybody else call it sliced bread. Though you don't name it sliced bread, just call it hair treatment for now. So guess what I did? I ordered 10,000 pieces. I begged for money. I got the money. Shout out to spouses that give us money. My husband has fueled my business, my shenanigans for so long. Like, shout out to good men. Gosh, shout out. Exactly. You can't want to scale from the beginning. But a lot of us do that. We start going to order stickers. You go and order 10,000 packaging products because you want to take on economies of scale. It doesn't work that way. So let me tell you what I did. So I came back to Nigeria. I was like, okay, I have to push this product. See what I did. I thought of pushing the product after the fact. Can you see what is happening? Let me tell you where you know you're suffering from passion, when it is directionless. Directionless. It is not going anywhere. You don't even know what you're doing. You're just doing things, random stuff. So I then thought, oh, let me call someone in Ghana. I called my friend in Ghana. I said, can she hook me up with people who can take me to, what's this market in Ghana? It starts with an M. Can somebody help me from Ghana? Anybody viewing from Ghana? There's a very big market you have that starts with an M. So they took me to that market. No, let me tell you what I did. So the person said, I can help you. She introduced me to her cousin. Her cousin said, yeah, come over. We can take you to the market. There'll be people that want it. Yeah. It's very possible. Story of my life. So I took my 6-week-old baby. I'd had my child then. I took my 6-week-old baby and we went to Ghana. I was in a square, not even a room. It was a square, just like a kum, because that's all I could afford. And then this lady, the cousin of my friend, takes me to this market. And we go around, I'm carrying my baby around, and we're doing this market survey that I should have done before going to China, is when I'm now doing it. And as I'm going from shop to shop, she's taking me to places that I wish I had visited beforehand. And I'm going to tell you how this ties in with these bad bedfellows. Is that Makola, thank you. Makola, yes, I think so. Yes, thank you. And then you realize that I should have done. I remember sitting in one man's shop that day and thinking I should have done this first. But I shall roughed it. When you make a bad decision, you're like, well, it's fine. I've paid school fees. I'm going to move on. So I go to different shops that day. I think I was in Ghana for about 3 days. And then she tells me, because we then have a promising, please watch this, promising idea. Now, I didn't mention this in the beginning, but I was, like I said, I was in partnership with this particular business. But I should have made my partner do one thing. Are you getting my point? That would have helped us. So I realized, gosh, even with a great idea, you can still sink your venture. You can sink your business if you have the wrong people in your team. Because now that I think about it, She wasn't helping me think of a plan to sell, if I'm being honest. You know, um, she was very much in the strategy, yes. But I think about it now, we didn't complement each other. We didn't. We didn't complement each other. So maybe she could have gone to Mokola. If she had gone to Mokola before I went to China while I was pregnant, like, can you see? Like, we would have really brought a lot to the table as research, and we would be in a better place. You guys have not heard the story. Let me finish it quickly because of time. So, um, we had a promising client, also, we thought, and I have to go back. It's just 3 days that I have. And this supplier guy says to me, he says, don't worry, we'll place our order. We definitely want your product. So here's what I didn't say. I actually placed the order based on that promising order. I'll say it again. I placed the order in China based on the promising order in Ghana. So I pack my bag, I come back to Nigeria, and I'm calling this cousin of my friend, right? I'm calling the cousin of my friend. I'm like, hey, what's happening with these guys? The order is almost here. By then, it was like a week after I'd paid the amount. My Chinese supplier had done the due, process. Everything was fine. They didn't dupe me, nothing. Because I could have gotten duped two ways, but that's not for this session, right? So I'm calling this lady after 2 weeks now, and she's not picking my calls. I'm like, hey, I start sending her messages. I'm like, Auntie, it's urgent. These goods are coming in one day. I need to send the one that your people have ordered. I think the guy said that they would do 7,000 pieces of the 10,000. So of course I'm happy, right? So I'm like, thank you, Jesus, all of that. I'm sure Jesus was looking at me like, girl, you don't made a fool of yourself. You made a fool of yourself. So at some point, I get through to this auntie, and she picks my call. I'm not joking, guys. This is how she sounded that day. Hello, my sister. How are you? I said, hi, my sister. I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. I've been trying to reach you, all of that. I said, I have just been busy and things have been, but yeah. So I said to her, I said, no problem. Long story short, this is how she ended the call. Those people have changed their mind. I said, hey. They did what? 7,000 pieces, just changed their mind like that? I've paid dollars, hard currency. My goodness. And I was so young then. I was so young. Don't do it, guys. If your team cannot help you, build complementary teams. Shared vision. It's who you need versus who do you like. Because I liked her. I ain't gonna lie. You need to put the people you need, not the ones you like. A mentor can be your employee. I'll share that secret for those that will be joining us later. Please look for people that are smarter than you, because I hope one of us could have made a better decision. I'm going to rush now. The team are on my neck. False positives. I love this one. I love this one. I want to be careful because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I want you to be comfortable that not every idea you have will blow. Not every business you have will do great. You may just about, make it on some you will lose money, because I don't want you to tie what you are, that I am a serial entrepreneur, to the fact that one business, it packed up. It packed up. I am not packing up. I'm an entrepreneur and I'm here to stay. I live in Africa. I got to continue. Hello. Right? And here's where it gets, I love this one so much, because I actually was the one who I coined this false positive. Now, in pregnancy, for those of you who've been pregnant before, you may have had a false positive before, where you do a test and the test is showing positive and you are having symptoms, but you go to the hospital and they draw blood and then they realize and tell you that no, you're not pregnant. This number three is critical because a lot of entrepreneurs think that because this is handmade, this is a niche product, right? It's a handmade silicone mug made for, we made it over 10 days. It took 10 days to cure the clay and blah, blah, blah. You already know this is not something that is a mass market product. It will not scale like a mass market product. One, because it will probably be so expensive. If something took 10 days to cure, some of you that are artistic and some of you that are creatives, it takes you so long to come up with things. So you are going to charge high. It's just a given. You can't expect to do the same as somebody who created a very fast moving product. You need to know this difference, please. One of the things I teach is product development. Product development, that you can remove yourself from a false appearance. It's looking like this thing will catch, but it's not going to catch. I'm telling you a fact. People liked it, the first edition. They may even like the second one, but you will soon find out that they like souvenirish things. And that's why when I was in Australia, still in manufacturing then, they told me point blank, we can't stock African prints because at that time, which was like now 9 years ago, it wasn't even a thing. So there's even the evolving nature of your product. Will it evolve? Can you make sure that you are evolving? For those of you who want to relaunch, don't bring what you used to sell. Bring something that is now proven as a product to your market. If for any reason, and I guess misreading this early market signal thing, I have to say it, because for the number one, I was telling you about the 4 types of companies or business ideas that are going to do well in 2025 and maybe even up until 2030. The number one on that list when I was doing my research was social media marketing. It's growing by 14% annual market. Like the market growth, sorry, the annual rate is 14%. Market growth, it's 14%. It's going to grow to like trillions. So if you are thinking that you want to start a social media marketing agency, you are on the right track. But what you need to do is ensure that you are serving the right product, and you are not taking it that because they told you, oh, this market, this industry is going to boom. You still need to find your own in the market. All right. So that's number 3. Number 4 is, let me be honest. One of the reasons why we haven't launched the project I told you I'm currently doing, and we've gone to the market 4 times with different variations and things like that, is because I haven't yet proven that this product is a market fit. So there needs to be that if you think people are eating cocoa at an exponential rate, now I don't mean people literally eating cocoa, but they're eating a lot of chocolate, and the chocolate making factories are going to need cocoa, and you're a cocoa farmer on the call, or you're a farmer of any kind, it still doesn't mean it's going to translate for you. You may start out being a cocoa farmer and end up saying that, you know what, I want to ditch the farming and I want to go into processing. Or you want to ditch processing and go into retail. You want to ditch retail and go into exporting. One of the things I'm teaching my current students is that there's so much difference when you understand the, if you like, the market dynamics of your sector. I just see a lot of people, they have a nice logo, they have nice designs, but I can tell that this person doesn't know if they're a retail company or an exporting retail company. They are 2 different things. So when you make your decision too early, you will find out that you won't want to adjust because all in your mind, you're a retail company. But what if you get into the market and the market is otherwise? So maintain this constant, no emotionalism, please. No emotionalism. You don't need it at all. This one is a favorite. People run out of cash. They run out of cash. They started well, um, but a lot of things that I realized with this one, I'm going to share in the slide that I omitted in the beginning. I will say this: nobody is going to tell you this one, and I'll tell you why they won't tell you. Because not a lot of people get to the point where they realize that I must never stop raising money. Never stop raising money. Don't wait till you need cash. If you do, you are already desperate. You are already desperate. Your husband cannot be the only person you can ask for money. Your sister cannot be the only person you can ask for money. Your brother cannot be the only person. You need to build relationships with people before you need it. You may not need it today, but you may need it tomorrow. The people my husband and I have learned any kind of money are people that they were in our faces, they were telling us about things they needed. They were not trying to make it look like they were not making it look like they were hiding their projects from, like, they were telling us as they were going along. So if they ever needed something for us, it was like, oh, we're investing in the company. This one is my favorite. Neglecting. This one changed my businesses. Hello. It changed my business from when they say what moved you from 100 million to no, when they say from 10 million to 100 million, from 100 million to this one. No, this one is the cocoa, end to end. A lot of people don't have it. I'm telling you, you don't have it. From the time when they found you to the time when you delivered the product and they buy from you again, that whole process, if you don't know it, that it can contain up to 50, please hear me. If you sell anything like a product here, service, or physical product, you probably have between 20 to 30 different stages in the journey. It is not just they saw you, they clicked, then you made the product. Even, what am I saying? Up to 60, because we drew one recently for a client, and that person had 60 stages, and you want to jump without fixing those 60. Continue. So my question to you is this. Let's start with the hard question. Which of these mistakes do you feel that you are making already, or you are most likely to make? Which one? Because I know not everybody on this call has jumped, but for those of you who have jumped, which of these mistakes that I reeled out do you think you are most at risk of making? Okay. And the question two is, what one immediate action you can take to avoid it? You need to know. You may not know the answer tonight, but you can know it when we do the training. And how will you hold yourself accountable? This is very critical. I'll share this once maybe in class, but let's go back to this first few slides because I need to show you this important rule. I said I was going to share it, so I'm going to share it. I'll be very quick about it. Please bear with me. And I give examples for those of you in tech startups. It's about how you are spending the money you are making. See some people on this call, the way you are spending the money you are making, we should carry your country's financial services, your crime services to come and carry you. You are spending the money like a lifestyle influencer. It comes in Igua, and I gave a fun. It was funny to me now, but it wasn't funny when I realized that, gosh, that was so silly. My first $10,000 in manufacturing in 2017, the day the money hit my account, I was still telling a friend of mine that when I made the first 250 million, that was in 2018. That was the first time I saw that kind of money. I'd never seen such. What was I doing then? Again, I told you, don't laugh about it. Events, management. We were doing something then for one of our mentors, and I saw it was Diamond Bank at the time. Diamond Bank, they used to roll the thing, and I said 250. I didn't sleep, oh, I can't lie. But to the $10,000, the day they wired the money. Have you seen those memes where the person is just popping champagne? Like, that small actor, what's that guy's name? The short guys, Aki and Popo, is that their name? You know how Aki is saying, see money, It was me. I was number one with him. I was cheering like this. Yeah, man, we don't made it. Well, I broke this rule that I'm about to share with you. The 50-30-20 rule is something that you will need to know before you jump. You need it. If you don't hold yourself to this, you are wasting your time. 50%, it goes to the day-to-day operationals, supplies, internet, basic marketing. Please hear the word basic marketing. I put these examples there on purpose. 30% of your revenue should go to investing. Please, I'm going to go in depth in the training, but please hear this part. Invest. I didn't say save. Invest in activities that grow your business. Because remember, excuse me, my seventh, I gave you 7 instead of 5. I gave you a bonus. I said to you that you will need money. Nobody's going to tell you that there comes a period you're going to need more cash, whether to sort out an order. Some of you have lost orders because you didn't have enough cash. Are you in the room? Hello? Invest in activities that will grow your business: advertising, product development, training, tools. For some of you, you need to start investing in what will double the money in some of the things that you are already doing. And we'll come to that in the training. 20% savings, build a safety net, prepare for your pivots. Because if you want to do 100,000 in revenue, you have to have like pivotal, like the way the graph, and I'll show it in class. Like for every time you scale, we call that a pivot. So it goes like this. Maybe you moved from 1,000 customers, you now move to your first 2,000 customers. Your first 2,000 customers will require more operational expenses or operational activities, more advertising. Ask yourself, why has Coca-Cola never stopped advertising? So why should you stop? Why should you stop? Say, I don't want to be in people's faces. You don't want to be where? Where else do you want to be? Do you want to be in my back or in my toes? Please be in our faces. That's why I didn't care. The emergency room for me was like a yeah. Okay. So let's see. For service-based guys, you can take a screenshot. This is what it looks like. Product-based guys, this is what yours looks like. The retail, those of you in retail, handmade goods, manufacturing. Those of you in tech startups, these are examples of how you can put those expenses and what expenses should come under what. That's why I did it this way for you. And the online businesses. All right. So now what I'm doing tonight is I'm helping you with really looking at how to jump and how to launch your business, and do this from a very calculated risk way. So we are launching a program today. It's called Women Who Jump. Don't worry, the men in the house, you can take the course. The Jump program is coming out side by side. That course registration is open as at, I believe 30 seconds ago, I got a prompt that the registration is now open. In that, I'm not going to be teaching you the way I did. I'm not going to be teaching you the way I did. We are going to get your business and dissect it, literally. Okay? Literally. So here's what I suggest strongly. Course registration I think the details are on your screen somewhere. It's for you. Go and get it. Go and get it. There's absolutely nothing you can tell me that you is going to be an excuse as to why you will not jump this year. You are jumping. Please tell yourself, Olori, you are jumping. You are jumping. Take it from me. You are jumping. Okay? So with these few words, I really, 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 really want to congratulate you because we're going to be prototyping your business. We're going to be piloting. We're going to be doing so many other things that are necessary. But today, for the next 3 days, I believe, for the next 3 days, the price is 47K for those in Nigeria and $47 or £47, depending on where you are, for 3 days only. We are not extending, so please don't come and beg me after. Don't ask me. Don't do none of that. It's not going to work. All right. Click on the link, register today. We're not going to bring the price down. In fact, after 3 days, we're taking it back to 60K because it was actually 60K. So they are asking for the registration link. Okay. So the registration link is definitely something that you want to take advantage of. If you have questions, please feel free to send us messages. For those of you who I told to be affiliates, I invited you to be affiliates. We're inviting you as well. If you want to be an affiliate on the program where you earn as you're sharing this gospel, we're going to 5,000, whether people like it or not. We're going to 5,000, all right? We will also send the link for the affiliate program on the group. I have 1 minute left because we're on a tight clock today, but I really hope that, you take this beyond, I really want to actually just joining me on the, let's just jump. Okay. I'm going to share my screen now to actually show you a video that is exactly what I'm going to be doing with you, essentially. All right. So I'm going to share my screen. This is the full video of a particular meme some of you have seen. And this is going to be me and you. Some of you have seen the meme version, but watch out for this part.
Do you want to have a look? No, I'm good. Look up there. Yeah, up here, man. Up there. Get a photo. What you do for work, Steve?
Let's take our photo.
Oh, he's talking. Civil engineer. What flavor? Like roads, buildings. Oh, he did. Building. Looks connected. Which one? See, that's connected, right? I was. Yes. I'll let you double check everything. Yes, please. I was also
double checkers. Those of you that like to.
So I'm doing this instead. Yeah, we're all just. He kills. I designed this. He kills civil engineer. Oh, yeah, right. Whoa.
So take your deep breaths now.
How long will it take? About so many questions. 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Just want to keep my mind busy. Can you double check, please? Yeah. Oh, we have time. We can. No, we can. We could, but we're not going to. No, but I'm serious. No, seriously. So I have we could double check. Hold this one. We just choose not to. This one. Hold that one right there. Yeah. And we're a bit behind on time, so I'm just going to take your safety off. So your safety's off. But they changed the time. Oh, wait. Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something. Wait. Hold on. Wait. No. Wait. What do you want to tell me? Both of you guys. What do you want to tell me? Double check. Safety first. Double check.
That's how I'm going to be throwing some of you off the cliff. Literally, I'm throwing you off the cliff. No more. Let me tell you something. No visuals. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I will send the video. I'll send it to you guys. Sorry, I wasn't. Look at me. That was on me. Sorry, guys. I'll post it. Let me put it in the chat for you, so you guys can watch it. And I'll also put it on my Insta stories as well. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you in class. Remember, go and register now. Once it's full, that's it. No more. But I look forward to helping you jump. Ciao.